Tilted, and they don't tilt.
They don't?
No, they don't. Here, let me sit down here.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Lebanon Board of Park Commissioners meeting. I'd like to call the meeting to order and let the record show that all members are present except Diane Scott and Mike Burns. If everyone has had a chance to look at the minutes, I'd entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
Make a motion to approve the minutes.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed? Motion passed. Is there any old business to come before the board this evening? Okay, we do have a light agenda. Any new business to come before the board? No? Okay. So the next on the agenda will be the director's report. John?
Okay, thank you. It's not new business, but I'll just show you some of the things going on as part of my report, if that's all right. Deb Schmucker from Cornerstone is going to present in March the plans for the Abner Longley, our site plan. There's been a little input. I said, give us a little more time. Since then, I've had a couple more come forward with some plans or ideas, and I'll show those briefly at the end of this, just in case you have any more concerns. Hopefully, all of you have received the email from me showing you the different ideas in the site plan. Let me start off. Uland employees have completed the removal of the trees bordering the north end of the Memorial Park. They plan to come back when the ground thaws to fix the damaged turf areas and grind the stumps up. Did a real nice job. They were out there in that minus 10-degree weather. Kurt Freshour cuts the trees for them, and boy, is it cold. I was afraid his hydraulics would freeze and them stuck up there, but that didn't happen. It was interesting. But it's nice that they took care of their responsibilities. And the park did not, none of the employees, and we didn't use any city resources on Uland's trees. Just to let you know. The maintenance has finished the winter projects for the most part, most of them. We are currently working on demo work at the old Bill Estes Kincaid Auto Building on South Lebanon Street. Completed the downstairs demo, is finished, and we are now working on the upstairs. Guys done a great job, kind of out of their realm of the park duties. The RDC Redevelopment Commission purchased the property. I think John's been over there, maybe Lori. I don't know if Lori's been there or not, but there again, we're not all done with all our responsibilities, but it is a city-owned. So the mayor and I discussed, and the guys stepped up to the plate to help out there. Street department also offered to help, but right now we aren't needing any help, and I think too many bodies get in the way. But now we're working on the upstairs. It's an apartment up there, really pretty unique, some of the building, but we're opening it up. I think the city has some great plans for that use at that facility. Anyway, we're working on that. We're leasing 3 new Ford trucks for 2018. The Parks Department and should be receiving them in May. 2 F-250s and 1 F-150. This is the first time that we've ever leased any vehicles. That's the direction the city's going now. They'll come complete with all the towing, all the plows, all the equipment. It's going to Clark as soon as they get back from Enterprise. Come in with our new logo on the sides, so we're looking forward to that. Getting rid of some old vehicles, 2001, 2004, and another 2003 vehicle. So it's nice to upgrade our fleet, and much needed. We have hired part-time adult managers for the pool this summer. I want to welcome Lori Frost and Tiffany Windhorse. I'm very excited to have them this summer. It will be just tremendous to have them on board. We're looking for summer interns for maintenance and office help now. The pool manager is something we discussed. I have a line item for that. It's hard to give up control sometimes for me on some things. Needless to say, I think it's going to help all the way around to have some adult managers all the way morning, opening up and closing. Their responsibilities will be from scheduling both concession and what do we have, 55, 60 employees. So it will be scheduling all the lifeguards and the managers. There's still going to be managers that will be taking the samples and doing other duties, but also all the ordering and the concessions and all the concession. And then it's nice to have an adult to do first aid and things like that. I know we had a couple head bleeds last year and the kids were ready to faint, I think. And sometimes when you have a head bleed, they bleed quite a bit. And as far as that, it's just a little cut, but heads tend to bleed, and when they hit water, it just looks awful. Kind of scared some of the younger folk, even though they all are CPR certified, AED and all that. We've received over 30 applications for the maintenance position, started interviewing them, and tomorrow and Friday, our hopes is to have somebody in position filled in the next 2 weeks. I have a lot of applicants. As I said, we have 30 to 40 applicants. It was a tremendous turnout. As far as that, there's so many good ones that it's going to be a difficult decision. Easter egg hunt will be March 31st at 10:30 at her cabin. The Easter Bunny will be present again this year for pictures right after the hunt. Register now in the park office. The Daddy-Daughter Dance will be April 14th from 6 to 9. The dance will be held at the Herman B. Wells Community Room at Lebanon High School. And we had 2 of the rooms last year. We've gone to 3 rooms this year because we need it. And people that were there last year would tell you we need it. Tickets go on sale February 26th. It is $15 per couple and $5 additional child. Lap swim is still going on. We started back up last week. There again, it's 5:30 in the morning till 6:30 in the morning. Stop by the office to register. The water is nice, is what I hear. I hope to go to the Board of Works with requests for bids for drainage and a new restroom in February. I don't know if it'll be this Monday, but it will certainly be the second Monday. I'm ready to go forward with those, working closely with Kevin Krulik, our city engineer. I've gone a couple different directions. I think we've got it nailed down to the right direction to go, and we are moving forward. I'm also rewriting the RFP for the splash pad. There again, we did a design build. Those are not preferable, I guess, so we're going to go with something different. We'll have to do construction bids, and I hope to, I'm really going to try and get that out by the second Board of Works meeting. And I really think it's, well, it's going to happen. We're going to get them done. I hope to go to the Board of Works with the request, or I already said that, I'm rereading my stuff. Many other objects in the works are trails, lighting, reconstruction, and parking lots. And I'll show you a couple of this on the overhead in just a minute. I did want to tell you on a sad note, Lauren Lastly has given her resignation. Although I'm really happy for Lauren, Lauren's new adventure. It was truly heavy heart to accept Lauren's, she's been instrumental in the success of Seashore Water Park. I'm not going to say a lot. She did a great job, everything she's done. She started this with little training, gone really good. She's a great asset to the park, and she'll be duly missed. I will be opening up something soon. I'm not sure if Taylor will take the position. I believe she will. I hope she does. She's jumped right in here lately. I think Lauren has one day left. That's Tuesday. And I want her to, I wish her the best of luck, but we'll probably be looking for a programs director is what I assume. Taylor loves the job, and it's really hard for her to go to that other position. However, she's very good. She's been cross-trained all along and very good at what she does, very efficient. So I think we'll do really well there. However, Lauren will be gravely missed. I'm going to show you a couple things on the overhead, some of the projects we have real quick. So I'll just run over here. Okay. Here we go. Let me show you this first on this overhead. I don't know if I have to push a button or anything like that. This is what we purchased, Reese Park. This right here is the floodway. Here is Maple Drive. Just so you know, that's that shelter right there, that little area there. We cannot do any building on this floodway. We can't do anything. However, we can play soccer out there. So what we've come up with is looking at this. Here's your Maple Drive again right here. There's that creek that ran all the way here. The floodplain runs right around through here. Here's just a rough draft of what we're going to try and accomplish this year and probably next year. First, the parking lot will come in. Right there at that area. Here are the junior goals. Here's the bigger goals. These are for the 5, 6-year-olds, I believe, 5, maybe youth 8. I'm really not sure all the groups that we have. Right here will be the concession stand. You have over here is where the original shelter was. That's where all our tie-ins for utilities are. I just thought I'd run that by you. What I'd really like to do is to pave this area. We might just put some grindings down or some stone for this year, and then this fall come in when the ground is more solid and do the asphalt and the lining. Also like to get this accomplished, but that's going to take some fundraising from the soccer association, plus probably some of ours. Some of the things on there, and these are just rough ideas for now, but just wanted to give you an idea of the direction we're going for that park. Here's the little areas. This would be for storage. You also have restrooms. That will help for a little concession stand right there. And then in the middle, we could put a pavilion or something where we possibly could rent. And there again, nothing's in stone. These are just ideas I'm throwing out there for you, because we got to get moving on that. They're real excited to go. They will be doing their spring practices out there, which is really neat. But that's something, if you want copies of that, whatever, I'd love to have you.
You have a budget set yet, John, on that?
I don't.
Roughly?
I know that there's been a few people that have come up, said they are willing to donate if they can have a placard or something on that. We have named the park Reese Park. I think the grandchildren have said something, reached out to Mike Kincaid. I've not spoken with them. They might help, but also Liza will raise some funds. I think we should do the parking lot and possibly help out with the restrooms. Since it is a park, we should do something like that. Obviously, lighting and security cameras will come with that. But they are a very responsible crew, and they are so excited to have that facility. And I think in between all that, I had pavement, but I don't think we're going to be able to accomplish that with it being in a floodway. You have to go through the Army Corps of Engineers, which currently the planning department is looking at that. You can't pretty much do anything on a floodway. Lori's shaking her head. I think you all, and Karen, you've dealt with the Army Corps of Engineers and paid flood insurance, so you know where we're coming from. But yeah, there has not been any budget set as of this point.
I like the idea of your putting the asphalt grindings down, especially letting that sit for a while and
yeah, spring is just too early. The other projects I would like to accomplish this spring is a path coming in from Northeast Street. We have that, it comes to the sidewalk and then it kind of dead ends. You can go on the sidewalk, but to get to the pool area, you'd have to walk up the road. That just isn't safe. So what I'd like to do is bring a 10-foot path going all the way to the pool. And I have some prices for that, and I probably will go to that direction. Already got a few prices for that. There's another path that we've talked about in between 39 and that first road inside Memorial Park, and we've looked at that. People tend to walk on the road. I'm afraid somebody's going to get hit one of these days. Our lighting's bad, which we're looking into lighting also. Met with the utilities to help me with that project, along with the planning department. Kevin Krulick's been instrumental too in looking at some of these lighting companies.
does that walk have to be actual concrete, John?
Does it have? No, it doesn't. I haven't looked into concrete. I've looked into asphalt because that's normally easier to maintain and a little cheaper. When a lot of these, we like to salt our sidewalks, put a little salt on them. Yeah, and it's just easier. We haven't been able to we have taken care of Northeast Street. That's part of our responsibility now that that's a linear park. I had compliments down there on Northeast Street. Haven't really had but one complaint, but we finally got that worked out. We got stuck when we went down to his house there at the end of that construction, and we couldn't get all the property. But as far as that, heard nothing, but they really appreciate us doing that. And the guys are doing a great job. They work very hard at it. Here's one of the master plans. I just thought I'd throw that up there too. That is for Memorial Park. That's one of the ideas there. I think several of you have talked about the tennis courts. That would be, in case, in our master plan, we have a pool extension. That would go there, putting a parking lot on back there. That's a ninja playground, which sounds exciting. I don't know if you've seen Ninja Warrior, but a lot of people have. That's like an up-and-coming thing. Moving the tennis courts down by the sand volleyball, in between the sand volleyball, the Sam Thayer sand volleyball, and the Rick Mount basketball courts down there. That's a thought right there. That was something we were looking at. There again, fencing in the some of the playground equipment. I think that's necessary. This playground equipment, by the way, is over 40 years old. It's starting to break down. Our merry-go-round that everybody loves to jump on, it's done. So we got to purchase something. That happened last fall. Unfortunate, the bearings gave out. And I think if, I think at 40, everything started going out on me too, if I'm not mistaken. But here's something else. Here's another look at it. That is keeping the tennis courts there and moving them on back. I think I've heard different ideas about the Ninja course, putting it near the playground, trying to keep that together, keeping the tennis courts down there. Everybody has a few different ideas. We haven't nailed that down, so we still have a little time before we put it in stone, so we kind of know what we're doing. There's the path that we have extending over to the other, going over to the other path. It actually go right along that road and tie into the other walking path, which would allow them to do that. Go to Abner Longley, and I'm throwing a lot at you. That's Abner Longley, where we're talking about different items that we're putting in, moving the tennis courts, there again extending, so we have softball or baseball, haven't really decided. The only bad thing is there's a restroom right there. However, we moved the restroom to the middle. I don't know if we really haven't nailed down where we're going to put the restrooms. I think that's a big deal, where we put the restroom. There will be a walking trail going all the way around the parks, extending all the way to Conservation Club, back around, all the way back around. I think that's something that we'll be starting on this year. But this is a 5-year plan, what have you, to say the least. Reason being, we've got rid of all the soccer. The soccer's gone to Reese Park, so looking at a splash pad. Currently, you have the parking lot over there for football that we've talked about, and it's not on this, but splash pad, putting it near the tennis or the playground equipment. You want a restroom by wherever you put the splash pad. And anyway, that's what we've talked about with that. And there again, I can send you these in an email so we can look at it. That's just another drawing that we had of the that's just another drawing of Reese Park again. I'm just telling you, we're trying to flip them all around and figure out how it all works. I'm working closely with the LISA, which is very involved in everything. Here's the signage that we're looking at now too for the hot pond. We have a lot of signage and it's very expensive, to say the least. The hot pond will need one up by the shelter. We'll need another one out on Noble Street. The Ruth Brookshire Arboretum, we might wait on that one for this year because we have a lot of other signage to do. We have, I hope you like the outlook of the signage. We're going to try and keep it consistent throughout all the parks and on all our trails. But we need Abner Longley 3 signs there, or 4. You have the hot pond, which needs 2 signs, just to say, and there again, that's probably $15,000 right there just for that. I know it sounds high, but it is awful nice stuff. The other things that we're working on, I'm meeting with security pros for our camera system. We'll be going out with them Tuesday, I believe, as it's set up, and looking at all the different sites. The police are going to help us with that. They have some public safety money and probably $80,000 to $100,000 in cameras that we're adding to Abner Longley, and also I think 3 cameras to Memorial Park. Hopefully this will help identify and stop some more of this silliness that these kids are doing. They're being knuckleheads, to say the least. Also, the police have stepped up and looking at putting AEDs. Shirley, I know that's been a big item for you. Putting AEDs in every facility we have, and they're going to fund that for us. And there again, we're going to get training for all the guys. Still looking at Narcan, whether we do the training or not on that. We probably will. It tends to be going on everywhere. The schools are carrying it now. However, we will be trained in CPR and also AEDs, and we'll have it at every facility we have. We have it. We had a mobile one, and I think that was your big concern, Shirley, on that. And we're nailing it down. So real happy about that. We can't thank the police for stepping up and helping us fund this, because there again, you're talking 6, or I think we decided 6 or 7 AEDs, 6, and that's what, $8,000 right there. That I did not have budgeted or anything else. So really happy with that. And there again, it's public safety, and we'll be able to have the boxes all around, which will be very good at all these facilities. We won't have to be carrying the one that we have all around to all of them. And that was your big concern, I think, and I'm glad you said that. So we moved forward on that and found the money. That was the big thing. We did get one last year when you said that. I reached out and we got some monies together. We had some more donations. I don't have them with me for the foundation. There was some more money that came in, a donation, and that's terrible of me that I don't have that. But yeah, donations are coming in good to the foundation and also to the park board, and they either designate for trees or whatever, what have you. We couldn't do it without everybody. That's my report, and that kind of give you a down and dirty. If you need any information, or if any of the public does, have them stop out the park. Be happy to show them. Real excited about everything going on. We are looking into having a celebration at the hot pond. I know that's been, Lori Gross has really wanted to go forward with that, and I agree totally. We're working on that. I want the signage in also. We're going to have our fishing derby there. I think a couple of you have, John, I know you have, Karen, anyway, Conservation Club may be having a little fishing on weekends. I'm checking out the liability with the insurance, if we can do that. Let them in, you know, so the dads, kids, moms can have the memories with their children. We're trying to do that on a weekend basis or something like that. But we have to have that secured for right now. It's just not safe enough for anybody being there. That was one other unfortunate thing that we had. We did take a look at the Conservation Club, really down and dirty, got up in the rafters. They've been all scabbed together. The roof has to go, let alone the bathrooms, ADA compliant. We'd have to rip out some block. The 2 furnaces are gone. That's I think they said 100,000 BTUs is what we'd need to take care of the structure. Air conditioning, condensers are gone. The kitchen's been ripped out. Needless to say, if you got your little calculator at home, it's over $250,000. We stopped there. No need to go any further. We're going to have to demolish that building and take it down. Unfortunate. But I can't see spending $250,000 when we can have a new facility for a little bit more that will last forever. Unfortunate, but we got to get it, just to get it up to code. You're talking way too much money. So been real busy. For January, February is probably the busiest it's ever been. I think it's great. Can't thank the guys in the maintenance department again enough for what they're doing over at Kincaid Auto or Bill Estes. it's a great job that they're doing, and hopefully somebody will come in that facility and rent it or purchase or whatever they're going to do with it. I think it's going to be, now they're looking at some kind of usage downstairs for a restaurant or what have you, a bistro or coffee shop, and then upstairs I think that's going to be that working space, which has worked in other communities. I know Joe LePage and I think the mayor and some of the planning are real excited about that use for that facility, and we're just doing our little part to help out. I know it's up and beyond of what we do, but hey, we're all on board with the city, so I think it's great what we're doing. And that's all I had. Any questions? It's different sitting here watching you all.
Now you're on the other side.
Yeah, that's all I had, though. We're doing good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good report.
Yeah, that's a good report. Busy as usual, and I thank the guys for helping out with everything. I did receive an email today that they are going to have the farmer's market.
Across the street, yes.
And
at that empty
I
lot.
think they're going to be under the awning and then parking across the street. So that'll make, I think that'll make that real nice and better, more parking, and they won't have to worry about the weather as much. So I did receive that. But yes, thanks to you and all the guys for helping out with that, because everybody in the city will benefit from that. Also, I want to thank Lauren Lasley for everything she's done over the years. She does the minutes and for our meetings, and she posts the agendas, and she puts the packets together, and that's just one of the things that she does. She does so much out there. She will be missed, but we wish her all the best in her new adventure. Is there anything else that would come before the board this evening? Okay, if everyone's had a chance to look at the claims, I'd entertain a motion to approve the claims.
So moved, we approved it. Claims?
Okay, I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay. I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed? Motion carried. Okay, having nothing else to come before the board, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'd make a motion, we adjourn.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed? Motion carried. Thank you for joining us this evening.